All right, one game down. Game 2 coming up tonight. We're right here to preview it and break down game 1 for you, the viewer. Reign Barracuda. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 32 of the Make It Rain podcast alongside Mayor's Manor's very own Anthony Collazo. First time as a reporter at Crypto.com on Thursday night, by the way. I'm Joe O'Regan. I wasn't even there Thursday, so it doesn't matter. And the Ontario Reign are down 1-0 against the San Jose Barracuda. Backs are against the wall.
Yes, Joe. Thank you. Everybody watching the pod, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Joe, before we start, did you get your AB yesterday?
No.
Was that like a promise made to you, or were you just hoping that you get an AB?
I was honestly just hoping.
Did you ever ask to skip that? No.
No.
Gotta do what you gotta do. Priorities, you know.
It's for the team, baby.
For the team. Yeah, Reign lose 2-0 in game 1 of the Calder Cup playoffs in the best of 3 series.
We're gonna save that talk for our breakdown coming up here in a moment.
Yeah.
There is nothing Zamboni cleaning wise to talk about outside of the fact that the LA Kings, holy heck, Adrian Kempe, what? 7 points in 2 games? Dang. Dang.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, so the Kings, the Oilers better find a fire extinguisher to get them off the fire. And the Kings are going up to Edmonton. I don't even remember what their stadium's called or arena. And they're up 2-0. They got a chance to sweep Edmonton.
Yeah.
In their building.
They got a chance.
They do have a chance.
You know, we do know the Kings are, probably one of the better home teams in the history of the NHL.
Yeah.
So, it's not a shocker that they win both 2 at home, but you know what they say, the series does not start until you win one on the road. So
they do say that.
So yeah, gotta win game 3, or if you lose, then all the pressure kind of shifts back to you a little bit. So
yep, comes right back to you. Where to bring you back to me.
Back to me.
Yep. Let's break down game 1 of Reign Barracuda, as this episode is brought to you by Gowdy Law. We know having a game plan is key when it comes to your family's future. Are you ready? Gowdy Law is here to help, specialize in estate planning. Gowdy Law ensures your loved ones are protected from losing a ton of money and time to probate when you pass away. Just like on the ice, preparation matters. Don't wait till the last minute to make the right play. Visit GowdyLaw.com today to start planning for the future. Get estate planning pricing and a free consultation right on their website. It's literally that simple. The price is right on their website. Gowdy Law, make estate planning easy, understandable, and affordable. As always, the link is in the description. Now we can click that button.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. The Calder Cup playoffs start in downtown LA at the Crypt against the San Jose Barracuda. It's a snooze fest for the first 2 periods. People are calling it a glorified scrimmage. What? But in the third, one team finally breaks through, and it's San Jose, as Pavel Regenda tips
Ducks
in a
legend.
shot from Ethan Frisch. Barracuda lead 1-0. Then the Reign attempt to rush shorthanded, and the Barracuda counter bits, going the other way on the 3-on-1 and extending the lead thanks to Philip Beestead. And that's all she wrote, folks. Reign generate 1 shot on goal the entire third period, and they fall to the Barracuda in game 1, 2-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Ontario Reign are officially against the wall. Their back's against the wall now.
Yeah.
I mean, based on how they played, they did not deserve to win this game in any sort of fashion.
Yeah.
And based on everything else that's happened, we'll break it down to you right now. But we got to start somewhere here. First things first, Crypto.com Arena, 1,200 fans last night. The Reign usually get more than that in a midweek home game during the regular season, let alone the playoffs. So that, number one, is an issue for me. I'm personally not happy about that. Second of all, I mean, you're not wrong about the glorified scrimmage part because there's no fans on one side of the ice. They tried to clump all the fans together on one side of the ice just so it could sound loud on one bit. And honestly, seriously, guys, I mean, LA Kings, just let us know if you're trying to be cheap and not pay ushers here. Like there's got to be something here. You can't just say, you know what, playoff game. All right, here's 5 sections. No, this isn't a seminar. This isn't a talk. This is freaking hockey. Let's go here.
Yeah, super weird environment inside the crypt on Thursday night. You know, a playoff game, it feels a little bit, it feels bigger than, you know, a regular season game, which obviously should be the case. But in this instance, it didn't feel that way. Even walking into crypto, like, you know, obviously crypto is in the middle of like LA Live. It's this whole thing in LA, and usually LA Live for a game, I mean, it's packed with people and stuff like that. And even outside the arena, it just didn't feel right from the moment that I personally got there. And you walk into the arena, and I don't think I expected there to be one side of the ice open, like 5 sections. I didn't expect that. I didn't look at the tickets or the sections that were open, so probably should have looked at that, but I didn't expect it. So the game starts, and obviously we have 2 hosts, Mikey and Logan, and they're talking to basically one section. It was just a weird environment overall. It kind of felt like the bubble in a sense.
A little bit, yeah.
Just super weird vibes.
And if you need your flashback to the bubble, the Reign were awful.
Yeah.
The Reign were awful during the bubble era of 2020 and 2021.
Yeah, both teams, not even just the Reign, both. They looked very unusual. And we can correlate that probably to just the minimal amount of fans that were let into the arena or who showed up to the arena. Marco Sturm didn't want to comment on that too much. He said that he's very appreciative of the people who came from the IE to LA to watch them play. I don't know. And Sturm has also said in the past that his team is really adrenaline based. Like, he has openly admitted that he feels like they play better in front of a bigger crowd. So, you know, can that correlate? I think so personally, because the Reign today looked like the same team that lost 5-0 on a Wednesday to the Iowa Wild. Or,
oh my God.
Like, you know, those kind of games midweek where there wasn't a lot of fans in the building.
It wasn't even a Wednesday. It was a Friday that happened.
Was it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, just like the games where there wasn't a lot of fans inside Toyota and they kind of didn't play the way they usually do, that's kind of how this game felt.
Yeah. The prime example would be like that January game when TJ Tiny came back against Colorado.
Yeah.
That's the first game I think of. All right. Well, anyways, we're going to make this one quick. Let's break into the goals for this game. So, first of all, nothing the first 2 periods. Both goalies top of their game. Offensively, there was nothing. Just put it in short. And then in the third period, about 8 minutes in, Ethan Frisch throws a shot on net, and it's tipped home by Ducks legend Pavel Regenda. Phoenix Copley, I'm sorry, you got no shot on that. And he also was getting screened to oblivion by Riley Walsh. 1-0 San Jose. Now, I'm going to ask for your opinion on this. Do you think the Reign should have rushed on this shorthanded?
I didn't mind the rush in real time, but I think that if you're going to rush, you need to get a shot on net. You can't make a pass and turn it over,
yes,
especially in the way that Godin did right here.
Yes. So Glenn Godin takes us across center ice. Reign are shorthanded here. He tries to feed Lee across, doesn't work. Picked off by whoever 42 is. Then it's Colin White. Colin White, Philip Beestet, and Pavel Regenda all against Angus Booth. Yeah, Angus Booth is just like just screaming, help! He has none. Period. 2-0 San Jose. They then would, quote unquote, get an empty net goal. Didn't count, so it doesn't matter. And then the goal got waved off to end up on a power play, which was a Joe Hickett's trip, apparently. It was clearly a hook. And yeah, that's it. San Jose wins 2-0.
Yeah, number 4 is Luca Cagnoni, and
there you go.
It was a very good play from on his part, but at the same time, you know, Glenn Godin was looking for a pass across the crease and
to Andre Lee.
Kind of telegraphed it a little bit.
Yeah. I wouldn't even say telegraphed it. It's if you want a guy to put a shot up, you can't be lobbing it up like that.
Yeah.
Because he like threw a change up on him. He threw one where he had to like hit it out of the air if you wanted.
And Luca is way too good of a player where you can do that against him.
Yeah.
You know?
What do you think it is? You stop, try to see if he just blows right through, and then you try to get a shot away?
I think Godin should have just shot it. And if you wanted it to get to Lee so bad, shoot it low.
Shoot for a rebound.
Yeah.
That exactly. So, put it in short, Reign lose 2-0. and now we'll be facing elimination a lot quicker than we thought. Let's just say that.
It's so funny how fast a season can change in a best of 3 like this, dude.
Absolutely.
Like, you have 82 games, 72 games.
I know what you meant.
You play outstanding the entire season, pretty much. I can't remember really a cold streak from the Reign other than
The start of the year.
yeah. And man, you play one bad game, and all of a sudden your backs are against the wall.
Yep.
Tragic.
That's just how it works. And the worst part about it is they just played the Barracuda without their AHL MVP, Andrew Podorowski. That was just announced Friday morning.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Reign are going to be, they're playing with their backs against the wall. I think we've said that now 5 times or so. And some of the things that stood out for us, first things first, Reign, wake up. This is the playoffs. You cannot be playing passive. You have to be able to finish your checks. That's the first thing I noticed off the dot.
Yep.
And as Marco Sturm said, if you haven't watched the interview, go watch it. I mean, bad time for the worst game of the year. Yeah, no, really, buddy. I mean, that's about it there. Phoenix Copley. So let's bring to the 3 keys real quick. First key, you have to stay out of the box. The Reign committed 6 penalties, and the Barracuda went 1 for 6, but that one goal was a backbreaker for the Reign.
Yeah, we did say in our series preview episode, if you haven't checked that out, go check it out.
You got to be playing 5-on-5 as much as you can.
Yeah, you cannot go down on the penalty kill. And Marco Sturm said it. He said, it was an emphasis before this series, and less than 3 minutes in, delay of game penalty, which just not ideal.
Nope.
And they keep going on the penalty kill 6 times in this game. And yeah, it's like you said, that second power play or that second goal, which was a power play goal, it was a backbreaker. That first goal was kind of a backbreaker. When they scored that first goal,
no one
felt
expected that shot to go in. Yeah.
Well, that too, but the lead felt insurmountable. It was 1-0, and still it was like
it felt like it was 4-0.
Yeah, exactly. Like for the Dodger fans who are watching this, remember in the 2020 World Series where in the 6th inning, Blake Snell got pulled, and then in that same inning, I think the Dodgers took the lead. I think it was like 3-2 or 4-2.
Yeah, 3-2.
And that was the game. It's like everyone was like, "Dang, that sucks."
It's like that's it. It's like Rays fans, because I do know a few. They felt like after that whole thing happened, after Nick Anderson gives up the double to Mookie, it felt like, dang, we're down. It felt like they were down 6 when they were in reality down 1.
Exactly, and that's kind of how this game felt. Yeah, it was 1-0. Game felt insurmountable even at 1-0. Then the power play goal. I mean, that was it.
That was all she wrote. You didn't even have to watch the last 8 minutes of the game or whatever it was, and you kind of knew. Yeah, the Reign had the chance to set the tone. They set the tone in probably the worst way possible. So, with that being said, what lineup changes do you expect the Reign to do for tonight's game?
Expecting Jacob Doty to be back in the lineup. Don't know who's coming out. Maybe it's Jared Wright. Maybe it's Sean Element.
It should be Jared Wright.
It possibly could be Jared Wright. I think everything else perhaps might stay the same. Marco Sturm said post-game that there wasn't a lot of options, and the young guys got a chance tonight. Yep. And,
it fell apart a little bit.
Disagree with that.
Yeah.
You had 10 scratches, and yeah, some of them are injured. But
well, yeah, of course. Well, you've got Krieger and Portillo that are hurt still.
Yeah, but then who else do you have? So you have options. It's not like you have nobody.
You're saying Doty. I also think another change needs to happen.
What?
You go Jones, Millar, and Booth Walsh, and Celine can get scratched game 2.
You think so?
Yes.
Although Celine, I don't think he's gonna get scratched for one reason. He had a decent game.
Yeah, he did.
He was physical.
I mean,
he likes to mix it up, and he's basically a forward.
I mean, if you want to scratch someone, you scratch Walsh, because Walsh did not have a good game.
Right, Walsh is not going to get scratched. I don't know.
Kind of a pipe dream. Sorry, folks.
I don't know what their obsession is over Roddy Walsh personally.
I guess we'll never know.
And that's not
just how Kanye said it.
And I'm not trying to diss Walsh. He has been very good this year, at least from my eyes. And
it ain't just you, brother.
I don't know. I do like Odo Celine. I think he played very. I think not very well, but I think he played well.
Yeah.
There were two guys who played well. Yesterday, in my opinion, that's Odo Celine. Obviously, Phoenix Copley, so 3 guys. And I thought Jack Stunica didn't have a bad game.
Yeah.
I thought Stunica was fine. He generated some good chances. Like he passed it back to Fagimo off a good forward check behind the net. And Fagimo just
missed the net.
Missed the net.
Did he miss the net or did he get blockered away by Astro?
No, he missed the net.
Yeah.
Stunica had a couple shots on goal, which were good chances.
Pinelli had one in the slot that hit the post. So, like,
that was also a heartbreaker. When I hit the post, it was like, yeah, this game is over. It's done.
Yeah. So, you know what? This can go one of 2 ways now. The Reign can either roll over and call it a season and start booking tee times, or you get back up, you go at it again, you give it all you've got every single shift. Like, you should be gassed by the time every period ends.
Yeah.
Because 18 minutes should be enough to get you back and ready to go here. Those guys are in shape. And you get the series back to Toyota Arena for game 3. Also, one more thing. Because here comes the make it rant part of it, and we're not even ranting about the Reign. Whoever does the scheduling for Toyota Arena's events, thank you. What is going through your mind when you think late April and Disney on Ice? Yeah. I'm not here to diss Disney on Ice right now. However, the Ontario Reign is the number one bit of revenue and profit that Toyota Arena gets. And you kick them to the curb for Disney on Ice.
Yeah, I mean,
seriously?
There's a lot that goes into scheduling with the arena and Disney and stuff like that. And obviously, they didn't schedule that in January. They scheduled it probably last year, right?
Yeah.
It can't happen. It's simply, you have to look at the Reign schedule and you have to be like, okay,
this team's good.
The team is good, especially after last year. You can't take that chance. And now the fans have to drive, and they don't care because they're going to make revenue from Disney on Ice. Probably more than they would if the Reign played today. But
yeah.
Or yesterday, or Thursday.
Because Disney on Ice happens 52 weeks. No, it doesn't.
It can't happen. It's criminal. It's criminal. You can't kick your home hockey team who makes, like you said, the most revenue in that arena, and you can't kick them to the curb. In the first round, it would be more understandable if it was like the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, I was going to say, that is way more understandable, and that makes a lot of sense for Crypto.com Arena.
Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense. And I mean, because realistically, now there is a downside to this, though, because now here we are going through hypothetical situations. If the Lakers make the conference finals and the Kings make the Western Conference final, now the Reign are hung out to dry. Where did the Reign go?
The Reign got lucky because I don't know what would have happened if like they couldn't play, or like let's say there was a concert at Crypto when the Lakers and Kings were gone.
Like where
the
do you
Reign
play?
had, you know where? Toyota Sports Performance Center.
In Elsig.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And that would have been where
that would have been even worse.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. It's bad.
That's the playoffs for you, folks. Yeah. So this kind of just turned into a bubble thing. And then another thing, we already covered up the 5 sections at Crypto.com Arena. The attendance of this game, 1,223. Hold on.
While he finds
Toyota Arena seating capacity is 11,089. So I will let you do the math. 1,200 divided by 1189. That is 10%. Explain to me when this year, because the answer is never, when Toyota Arena has been 10% full for a hockey game, let alone a playoff game.
Yeah, it hasn't happened.
Hasn't. And it never will as long as the Reign are competing at this high of a clip. That's a joke. That is actually like stupendous to me.
Stupendous.
Yes.
What do you think the Reign need to do to win Game 2 and get the series back to Ontario?
You need to be physical. That's the number one thing. However, there's a fine line of physicality. We're going right back to the 3 keys to success. You've got to stay out the box. Now, I don't know if we're going to get Ben Becker again and Riley. I forget the other referee's name here. Riley Brace.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to get Ben Becker and Riley Brace again. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. But those 2 referees just proved to us one big point. They are not willing to swallow their whistle. They are going to make nitty-bitty calls that might bite you in the rear at some point. So what you need to do is you need to play clean hockey. You're not going to focus on other players. You're going to focus on building the confidence of your own team.
Yeah.
This is the Reign now. You're not playing the Barracuda. You're playing the game. You're playing the game of hockey. Honestly, the Barracuda aren't playing the Reign either. The Barracuda are also playing the game of hockey. Whoever plays the game of hockey better Saturday night is going to win.
Yep, tonight at Crypto.com Arena, 6 p.m. Puck drop if you can be there in downtown LA.
We'd love to
Be
see
there.
it. Please
Be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing else that needs to be said. This is going to sound like a very lackluster podcast. We're trying, folks. Anyways, if this is the penultimate episode, we'll have a season recap eventually. We're hoping it doesn't, and we hope to have a podcast out Monday morning for
Hopefully.
Game 3, and then further beyond that. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching episode 32 of the Mega Rain Podcast. You know the drill. From here on out, you can subscribe down below. Follow us over on Instagram, Twitter, X, and TikTok at Mega Rain Pod. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you Monday. Later.
Peace.